Alright, boys and girls, just kind of give you a clue. I struggled putting this guy together, but I really hope you enjoy.
Alright folks, I'm going to do something today, this Labor Day weekend. Haven't done all year, haven't done since last August, late September. Going to put the dredge in the water. I'm still at the homestead. Gotta make the long drive down. It's time to get going. Alright folks, we're in Athens. And I got me into my sweatsuit, new to me. And she's floating, already dry fired it, make sure she'd run. And the object is just kind of run right in here, kind of where the current drop is. Just take it kind of forward. Ain't really too worried about the color. I'm sure I'm going to find some. Just want to wash some rocks. It's been a rough 68-hour week. In fact, it's been a rough summer. I've been working way too much. So we're going to run the dredge this go around. Ooh, yeah. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I got plenty of time. Carry myself out. And give me a run or two in. And then, going to get us some provisions for this evening and tomorrow. Tomorrow going to be lots of running. Hopefully we get some nice shiny. Let's get her going. Let's go! Alright guys, I've been probably put at least a tank, and I filled up when the tank was halfway done. I've made a pretty nice hole here, and got a little bit of surprise when I punched through some sand. I didn't expect anything bigger than pebble, and got into some 1 and 2 inch size stone. So I'm hoping that we got some color in there. Let's take a look at the box while we're at speed. It ain't looking too bad. Half the end's a little dark, but we didn't get into the heaviest of the heavies. We're still kind of letting her roll a little bit. Hopefully we'll push out a few more lights. Not bad for the first run. Looks a little dark, not as dark as I'd hoped it'd been, but hopefully this shows up. It's darkening up as we were getting the last of the lights out of there. As long as I don't kick my nozzle around. That's doing a pretty good job, but that's a pretty nice hole. Just for the start of the day. Too bad I couldn't have got here sooner. Alright, I gotta figure out how to get the aft end of that dredge into some shallow water so I can catch on my little stuff. Oh, here goes nothing. Well, what do you know? We might have had a brain after all. Alright, now we ain't got anything moving. I'm hoping that black sand, all them heavies, they're showing up. I thought I had a color or two in the mat somewhere, but I'm trying to find them again. As you can see, I hope we have really loaded this mat up. If you'll give me just 1 minute, come in here and look at that. Look at all that black sand goodness. The only downside to this thing is I can't really kick them around and wash out the tray fully into the tub like I used to be able to do with my 2-inch. Well, let's get this thing cleaned up. I gotta go get some food, have dinner, relax, get ready for a really hard run. Because wow, I didn't expect that many heavies in the hole I punched. So I'm really pleased with what I got so far. Alright, let's get some work done and get some food. Morning folks, it's day 2 of my 3 days off on the Labor Day holiday. Alright, the lighting's a little bit different, so maybe we can see some things. Got the dredge pulled right up the bank this morning. I was going to leave it out, but maybe you can kind of make out the hole. My screen doesn't do justice, but it takes me right up to the breastplate, that hole I did. I ended up coming in to a lot more black sand than expected in my material. If I didn't do this already. Yeah, the glow. Yeah, my camera doesn't show up. This is my pile. I ended up moving. Current actually isn't that bad today compared to when it's usually a lot higher. Usually when the water's normal height, it'd be right around here. This is your normal water height, and of course flood levels up there. The last time I was here, heard some folks during the end of the last dirt party as an LDMA camp saying there was no gold in the ditch, and I know I'm pretty sure I saw a color or two in my mat. Could be wrong, doesn't matter. I just know that I had a really heavy mat and it was a bear to clean out. It had a lot of black sand in it, so if I have a lot of black sand, I know I'm going to have a few colors. We're going to get back at it, and what I'm going to do, the plan this morning, right here's the edge of my hole, and we're just going to follow it out to the edge of the white. We're not going to go so much for depth. We're just going to clear everything out and get into this drop zone. If the stream bed is telling me anything, it looks like the faster current on average is out here, and then anything light like regular sand, small gold, light black sand that's a small size, is going to keep traveling until it finds another place to sit down. I'm not trying to punch a hole to China. I'm just trying to work as best I can with what I got, and that's no air. That black line right here, that's a bunch of leaves, and on top and below it I've got black sand above and below it, so I know I've got a fair bit of that, along with some garnet sand. It was looking pretty toasty, a little juicy. I got salivating even though I was underwater. So it's time to get to work. I gotta get me some more shiny. As Mr. Williams likes to say, who needs a gem? Just be a gold miner. Alright, we got 2.5 hours on the nozzle. One minor plug up, fortunately it was right at the nozzle. But throwing this one out there. I don't have the extra shekels to do that gadget that Keen Engineering made to attach to the end of your sluice tray. Where you can just do a nice clean out, don't have to kill your motor. You ain't gotta work so doggone hard to clean out. Y'all got a crazy idea for that? Please let me know. I should have brought my camera down here after I turned it off and parked it to the side here, because we had a couple colors exposed. And so this run wasn't a complete waste. Alright. Pile number 2 to go with pile number 1. So what we've done is I got under this darker material here. That's that organic layer that I've run into. What I did is I've cleaned off a fair piece of the top. I'm not going under it, because under it, I think I found somebody else's old hole. It went pure sand. All white flow sand, no color to it at all. So I stopped working that way, and I'm going forward. This organic layer ends right where you see it end, right there, right there. And what I've done is up here, if the reflection ain't too bad, what I've done is went forward 4 foot and took about the first 6 to 8 inches down. Now underneath that material, this gravel layer, pea gravel layer, is anywhere from 6 to 12 inches thick, and then underneath that is a layer of flow sand, and then under that it starts as pea gravel and then gets up to 1 to 2 inch material. And it looked pretty tasty, seeing some reds, some black pockets. But yeah, it's time for lunch. It's time to take a break, take a little nap, recharge, get our second run of the day go. But so far, it's not been bad. We got some folks over on the dirt pile, I think, because I hear somebody's 2-inch pump running that's not associated with the dredge. I'm gonna go say hi to them after I finish to clean up. See you in a second. Oh yeah, there you go. If you can, just put his name up on it. Take a look at his mask, see that? Got it brown on the dredge. Oh yeah. Busted.
What?
Gold digger.
Why up? I got me on Facebook.
This will be a YouTube video at some point. That's a pretty nifty gadget. Better day today, Morning, folks. Welcome to my office, day 3. This will be my last run. Today is Monday morning, Labor Day. Running around 8:30-ish. Just rounding up the last of my gear. We got probably one good run left at us before I gotta hang it up. This dredging thing, everybody thinks it's easy. It's easy to move a lot of material, but it's not easy on the body. Alright. That, some black stuff right there, y'all. That hole is about 10 foot long now. Hit a layer. It's kind of interesting. I wish I had my underwater camera. I could have showed you. But I don't, so I can't. I'm hoping this last run, will have some shiny sitting in it. The second run did. I didn't bring the camera out for it because, well, I was too excited. So here we go. Time to get another run in. Alrighty, folks, that's the last run of the day. Let's go take a peek. Compared to the first one, This guy just isn't near as loaded with the heavies. Ain't got any. Either I finally ran it right, or it just didn't have as many. What I haven't looked at is right up front here. Yeah, they ain't too bad. Ain't gonna lie, I cheated. I looked ahead of time. Didn't see nothing right on top. Not like the second run. But we have, if that black sand's any indication, we've got to have at least a couple colors in it. But I'm tired. The water was colder this morning. It's just colder. It was cooler out this morning than it has been since I got here. The second part, water's just a little cloudier today. Made visibility difficult. Nearly plugged myself up twice. Nearly cut my hand once because I missed a piece of brown glass flying in. So yeah, I'm tired. I'm done. I think I'm dredged out for the day. It's time to get ready, clean up, pack it in, head on home. Then we can start doing some cleanups.
This morning's day off is brought to you by coffee. Don't leave home without it.
Howdy folks, White Wrangler, back at his Fortress of Solitude, also known as my backyard. And today is October 30th, and we're finally going to get around to actually running those dredge cons. I'm hoping that the color turns out really well. I haven't done them. It's been so long, it's been 2 months. I forget what even half some of the layers I punched through look like. So this ought to be pretty entertaining for me. I don't know about y'all, because some folks like to see that big glory shot, and I don't know if I'm going to have one for you. And that's why we're here today. Let's find out. Alright kids, just like the last video with the seeded dig material, I got to screen off my material again. We're going to do it with a number 12. And that way we can kind of separate. It's amazing how when you let your stuff sit outside for just a little bit, you get all kinds of organics showing up in your material. Well, let me get this screened off and we can get to work. And we reduce that bucket to that much. Yeah. There's a lot of black sand. This pan weighs an absolute ton. You can tell about half of the material I had in my dredge cons were the heavy stuff. Well, we got 2 specs. Alright, here's our top tray. Oh, got a couple specks right in there. Another pair right there. Majority of the gold's going to end up on this guy. There's a nice piece right there. I got my finger in it. Right there. There's one speck sitting right on top of the sail. That too scabby. Well, we didn't get skunked. Like I said before, we did not get skunked. Oh, wow. Got a piece right there. It's on my finger. That guy hiding out right there. And another chunk right there. And two more right there. Hoo-ah. Oh, man. This ought to be fun. Not bad for a dredge run in a state not known for having any gold at all, huh? Let's get her in a pan and find out. Alright, kids. This is all that micro flood gold. Got my finger here. There we go. Try to get right in on it. I'm hoping it'll show up. This little screen is not doing me any favors. Holy tiny. This piece right here is about 1/16 of an inch. In size. And this doggone reflection is killing me. There they are. See if I can use my hat to help make them show up a little bit better. But there's a bunch in there. So yeah, I'm trying not to take this direct sunlight. I started that pan, just that top tray, like an hour ago, just to get it that clean. Ooh, doggies. Yeah, that's not bad for flood gold. Basically, I was punching out a bunch of flow sand. It took a lot. I found a couple pockets where somebody hadn't hit, whether it be me or Ken or one of the dredge monkeys. I found a couple of little spots. But not bad. I'll work these other two real quick, and then we'll do a full reveal. Okay, kids. So here's the first picture of the reveal. The video was pretty tough. The picture does a heck of a lot more justice. And then we're gonna see the other picture here. But the plan is to take the remaining two trays plus the remaining black sand off the other off the first tray. We're gonna redo that Miller table and use that material to work it out with. I thank y'all for tuning in. And like I like to end my videos with, you gotta get outside. There's no better place to be.